Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, giving you exclusive vents on headlines that you didn't even know you needed. And with that said, let's get on with some vents, humans. So we already were upset and we all voiced our opinions on, the government supposedly was doing these night flights and transporting illegal immigrants across the country and giving them free transportation and letting them stay in like hotels, I guess, for free. And I don't, it's ended up being true. I guess they're staying in these hotels in like New York, and that's not really fair to me. Like I said, because we have a real big homeless problem here. There's a lot of homeless people here, homeless veterans, but yet these people that are just crossing the border can, I understand. I don't want anybody on the street, but I think you should address the citizens here before all these other people get all these free privileges. But at the same time, a supposed whistleblower was talking about these people who are living for free and getting these money packages, like I said, and they can, travel through TSA with no inspections and no fees. I guess, according to a whistleblower, they're having sex in hallways and in staircases in these hotels, and like just right in the open, and like whether don't matter what time of day, like people just like I guess they got bored in the rooms, so they're starting to do it out all over the place out there. Probably because they're limited to where they can go. Maybe they're not allowed to go out in public a lot or something. Who knows? But ew, I don't know how fucking sanitary that is in there. It probably smells bad in there. It probably has a lot of sticky floors. But goodness gracious, people are just gonna. I wouldn't want to, like I said, they're like, and then not only are they getting this free services and stuff like that, they're gonna abuse it like that. Like I said, it upsets me a lot because they're not helping out the people that are here, and I really want to vent about it. That's why I had to vent about it because I don't like what's happening. We have a huge homeless problem here already as it is, and you should address some of the people here that need a lot of help before just letting people that just came through. I mean, that's the whole reason they would be coming through. It's super appealing if you're gonna get all this free stuff. It's bananas. What happens if we go over there? Do we get free stuff? Like I said before, no, we don't. We get the fentanyl. That's all we get. But at the same time, I just don't think that's very fair, man. And whoever this whistleblower is, they also exposed that they were throwing away tons and tons of food, like pounds, like hundreds of pounds of food. Like I think it was like it added up like over tons of food, like a real legitimate, ton of food. Because they were also rejecting some of the food they were being offered, and they must have wanted more fancier food. I don't know, but they were showing pictures of this food. They were like fully packaged sandwiches and things like that. Like I said, with our own homeless people out here, people starving and can barely get meals, and not only that, they're starving all over the streets. But yet you're going to throw all these meals to them that they just rejected, and they're throwing them in the trash. Wow, I think the priorities are a little mixed up, if you ask me, humans. And that's what bothers me. Like I said, and what can we do? What can we do? We try out there, we try to voice our opinions, we try to vote on things, and it seems like our votes get heard and counted, but it seems like they get put in the ways that they want them. I don't know. It's like, oh, we're going to sort this out. Like a little abacus. They slide into old school. They still use the abacus in there. Like, hey, I thought I voted for this. You did, but we need these over here. It doesn't even matter. It feels like it doesn't matter sometimes. But like, I just don't believe it. I just can't believe what's happening. And another thing, humans. Another thing I can't believe what's happening is how we're going to get some health advice from Madonna. So there's a picture of Madonna going around. Everybody's seeing this picture here. And she's, preaching that good, clean living reverses the aging process. And she says, this is me at 64. And this is what good, clean living does. This is how you look reversed. I got to call BS on this because you look like you are super. If living good and clean means, you have a lot of money for some really bad plastic surgery, then I guess that's the truth. Because you're starting to look like that lion lady. Remember that lion lady had all that bad surgery? You're starting to do the same thing. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's like you're trying to shape your face like what I spoke on a previous episode of those alien grays. Like you're starting to shape like one, and it's wild. It's just wild to me and creepy. But I don't believe that you're reversing the age process just by plastic surgery. It doesn't look like that good to clean a living. I'm sure maybe your diet's good and things like that, but you got a lot of surgery. Let's just point out the facts, okay? And I don't think we should be getting advice from someone who sang songs like a virgin. You know, she was saying that to your kid. How good did that work? How good did that work? Madonna, come on. We shouldn't be taking no health advice from Madonna unless she has, you know. And also, what's up with, like I said, not only with their bad plastic surgery, like her bad plastic surgery. Let's get on with the bad plastic surgery. How can you get off this stuff? I mean, look at her butt implants. Like they look crazy. They look like they look like two bad Jello molds. You know, like what's going on here? They look, and then she was dancing in that one video on TikTok, and those things were like looking all weird, like, and they misshapen. It was like memory foam. I don't know what was going on in there. I don't even know. It was like if you got invited to one of those hipster parties and the dude got all pissed off when he was like the host party. He's like, man, somebody stole my bongos. And then like she's walking out the party and one dude's all like, there they are, bro. There they go. You know, like she tried to smuggle out the bongos set out the back, dude. It just they don't look natural at all. It looks weird. It's like two oversized Rolos. It's like they just stuck some Rolos on her. It just don't look right. It just don't look right. And to finish this off, so our last president had a bunch of these documents, and everybody was tripping out in the news. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, you know, his house was raided. He had all these documents. What's in there? You know, is the aliens real? Like, what's going on? Are we on flat earth? Like, who's on these documents? Who killed Kennedy? Like, we don't know what's going on, right? What's going on these documents, right? And then the media was like all bored because it just died out. Like, man, you know, it got bored out. Like, what up with these documents? Then our new prez comes, and then he's got some documents. And then this guy's got some documents. So the media is like, you know, bought and paid for it. They're supposed to be protecting this guy. And now they got like, you know, our current president has these documents, and they were kind of afraid to say something. They were like, yeah. And then, you know, they tried to let it die down. But then they found a second batch of documents. It was like, oh, but there's more, you know. And it was by his own legal team. Like, so this is getting so interesting. Like, I feel like I said, the walls keep crumbling down, you know, because, you know, it's like these veils are just falling down, man. Let's see what happens with this. Like, okay, so we already know that his kid had a laptop, and the shit on the laptop was, you know, they used government power to hide what was on it. They even used government power to hide Anthony Weiner's laptop also, where he had a section on there called life insurance. All right. But we know about the current laptop. His dad's mentioned all up in it. You know, shady deals. He's got shady, you know, sexual abuse stuff on there that people say. That's fine. I guess you're allowed to do it. I guess it's okay if you're Hunter Biden. You're allowed. There's video of him buying crack and literally like explaining to a hooker that what he just did was not abuse. And then he was yelling at another hooker that sold him the crack because the crack was like, you know, a certain amount of grams or whatever without the bag. But that's okay too. You know, the media was like, yeah, that's fine. Whatever, you know. But then here comes some more documents. And he said he kept them locked away in a garage next to his Corvette. Like the one guy that was questioning him was like, what were you thinking? And he was like, chill, man. Yeah, calm down, man. You know, like, they were locked next to my car, you know, in my garage. And the other dude had him locked in a house, and this dude had him in a garage, you know, and like, you know, what was going on in there, man? What was going on? Like, was there another laptop in there? I wonder what was on Biden's documents. Because some of them from like, I guess they were from like when he was like a VP. So I guess we're going to have to find out about this. Because that's going to be bananas. You know what Hunter's probably thinking too, like I said, because he had his laptop out there, videos of him getting stoned and high everywhere, and, you know, like all that prostitute shit. And who knows else what's in there, you know what I mean? You know, he's probably taking a big sigh of relief. He's probably like, whew. You know, because he had that bad streak for a while, you know, and now his dad's kind of, you know, fucking up for a while. He's like, man, thanks, Pops. You know, maybe that's what that text message meant. You know, it's like, you're going to be okay. He's like, why? He's like, because I'm about to fuck all kinds of shit up. You know, you'll be okay, kid. So they just like forgot about him and went just like waiting down the prez. This is wild. It's going to be an interesting 2024. That's for sure. Because all these people are coming out looking just as old as ass. Like, he like inspired a bunch of old ass people that are starting to lose their shit to like want to be president and run our country. Like, I'll do it, you know. And then like Trump too. Like Trump's trying to come back. Like, dude, you're like 4 years older and you're already old. I mean, just because you have a lot of energy doesn't mean that we still won't think you're crazy. Like we still heard you talk like when you were president last time. There was some better things happening, like economy wise or whatever. But I'm saying you still talked and we listened and heard you. You still sound, so now you're gonna be like, if you come back and we bring you back, you're probably gonna be like 20 times more arrogant. Like you're gonna have like a bigger accordion. You're probably gonna be like, I told you everything. You're gonna be this like big giant one. It's like, like you had to fucking, meme those ones back in. So get ready for that show. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.